Hello there, Cruiser, and welcome. I'm Shadow Lummox, and I'm back here on Wreckfest to do the weekly challenge for the new tournament for March, which is called Getaway Chase. And this week's weekly challenge is a race attack. It's on the Hill Street circuit, which is the same that the monthly challenge is on, but it's just in reverse. So with the settings, the suspension comes on stiff, and I keep it that way. Leave all the other settings as normal, turn all the assists off, but with manual gears. And the aim is just to complete the 3 laps as fast as you can. You're in a much faster car than the other AI, so you'll get to the front pretty quickly. There's just a bit of luck involved with the first few corners, and basically once you get to the figure eights a little bit, and then you're pretty much clear. With that first corner, I like to brake early and try and cut inside all the AI while carrying as much speed. And then this is the next bit where you need a bit of luck. I don't think I take this hairpin as well as I can. Just brake hard, try and hit those apexes, and then breathe in and hope you get through the AI. Because you've got really stiff suspension, you don't want to cut the corners too much, otherwise you will just bounce yourself off into the barrier. So you just want to clip them just a little bit. And as you can see, I quite consistently miss doing that. So I know there's potentially room to improve if I want to on this time that I set. Do this little bit. I tend to leave it in 3rd gear. Don't really use 1st gear in this car. Without traction control, there's so much power. I'm even doing stuff like short shifting there up to 4 to stop the slide so I can start accelerating. As you can see, even here, the slowest part of the course, and I'm still leaving it in 2nd gear, which is plenty enough to get yourself around that corner. I fear in 1st, I would just spin out all the time. My throttle control is not the greatest, to say the least. Brake just before you get to the top of that hill, so you can turn into the corner and then accelerate out through the flat part. You don't want to be carrying too much speed because you'll lift off into the air and you'll just go straight into the barrier without turning. That's, as you can see there, I cut the corner too much because of the stiff suspension. I'm just bouncing all over the place. You could soften up the suspension, but considering this is an old tarmac course, I like having that stability, especially for this little section here as you're spinning around this hairpin. I like to basically get the back end out and sort of power slide my way around, but there's probably a quicker way. Slow corners tend to be the really slow corners tend to be my Achilles heel in racing games. As I said, due to the fact that my throttle control is just not the greatest. But even that, you can still set a respectable time. Get yourself a gold while it's nowhere near the top times in the world on the PS5. It's still a couple of seconds over the gold target, and that's good enough for me. You can see, as I said, all the luck for this is in the first few corners, and that's the great section. The start, getting through that first corner, and then getting through the crossroads. After that, you're basically on your own, and any failures are basically down to yourself. So just bear with it. Good luck. Diolch, and thank you for watching.